What's going on YouTube? Rob A here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Max Factory, Good Smile Company, Figma, Avengers, Captain America, number 226 out of the Figma line. And I gotta say, at first glance, this dude looks a lot nicer in person than he does on his pictures. He's not very photogenic, and I'll show you that by just looking at the back here. He's got this kind of weird looking face, and I think they overpainted the prototype, honestly. He's got all this like brown splotchiness around his mouth and stuff, but the figure itself here, face-wise, looks pretty good. I mean, there's not a whole lot of paint on his face. They gave his lips a little once over maybe, but I think overall so far, in package of course, they did a good job. So we'll have to see that a little bit more when we get him out of the package. He's got all the Figma standards. He's got the moving eyes, which is going to be, you know, a lot of fun to mess around with. He's got alternate hands, and of course his signature shield, which looks really, really nice in a nice metallic paint job there. So very, very cool. On the back you can see some more images of the figure. Here he is with Thor, and just a little bit of the eye moving action, as well as some of the poses that the figure is capable of. So really, really cool. I'm very excited, very pleased to have this guy in hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and get him out of the package, and we will check him out in just a moment. Alright guys, so here is Figma Captain America. And he's pretty cool. I have a couple of issues, which I'll get into, but overall I do like him. He's a little bit shorter than Thor, which is kind of, I think that might be intentional, but he's also quite a bit shorter than Iron Man, which we'll get into in just a moment as well. So here he is with Thor. So you can see he's a little bit shorter. I thought he was supposed to be, you know, about the same height, but I could be wrong. And here he is with Iron Man. Definitely quite a bit shorter than Iron Man, but Iron Man is the tallest of the three, which makes sense because it's a guy inside of a suit, so that works out just fine. All the posability you've come to expect from Figma, and really, really nicely done here. But let's go over the paint first. Really nice paint detailing all over this figure, with the darker blues and the reds and the silver. Really, really clean, really crisp paintwork. You can see the face. Really not a bad job on the face. I didn't think I would like it, but I think it looks okay. Not terribly like, what is it, Chris Evans? Is that the guy's name? I can't remember. Not a terribly exact likeness, but it's close enough. It at least gets, I guess, kind of a Captain America look across. And of course has the movable eyes, which we'll get into in a moment. But so you've got a movable upper torso. The pecs are actually like rubber, so they move pretty freely, which can lead to some weird gapping, but it really doesn't look bad at all. The head can go up a little bit, but it can go down a fair amount, and of course side to side. You can get kind of a sideways sort of glance going. Shoulders go up and in and out and around. The arms, of course, can go back and forth. They have a new jointing system for the Figma hands, which I am not a fan of. So you can see it's these little pegs now, and this is how you attach the shield. They actually have little bands on the shield that can come off, so you can attach them around the arms if you so desire. They have a little hand that's meant to fit in this little part here, and the shield is very nice looking. Very well done. Lovely metallic shield. And that you just kind of press in there. So you got that going. The shield does fit loosely on there. It will wobble around, but you can get it to stay where you want without too much trouble. You got a wrist swivel. You got very nice leg articulation. Very nice knee. You got a foot, toe. You got the rotation at the foot as well. So all kinds of good stuff. You can get a nice kick going. And of course it comes with multiple hands, which leads me back into my issue with the hands. So you get a bunch of hands here, a whole bunch of hands, and this little Figma bag, which is always a plus. So you can see you get these, you get a pair of these guys, which are for, you know, holding the shield or, you know, saluting or whatever you want. They do slide over the shield nicely and hold it quite well. Quite well. Come on, let go. And of course, you pop those off. You pop that on. But the problem is with the new system, this peg is very short, and it does not stay on all that terribly well. So the hands end up being kind of loose. They do pop off without too much provocation. This is the one that he was packaged with, the fist, and it is the one that holds the best. So I don't know if there's a particular reason behind that, but he's got the semi-open fist you can use for the shield in either hand if you want. He's got pointing fingers, he's got open hands, so you get him in all kinds of different poses should you desire. Just be warned that they may slip out. You may want to put some floor polish or nail polish on the pins to kind of hold those in a little bit. But you do get some really nice posability out of this guy, which is helped even more so by the Figma stand, which of course is included. So you can get some really cool poses out of this dude. And of course, and you saw I just did that, without any effort really at all. He does also have the eye moving capability, so you could pop the head right off here and use the little eye tool that is included here. Now the only problem with this is, and don't get me wrong, I'm okay with the eye function, but honestly I think I would have preferred like alternate faces, maybe like an open mouth or something like that, rather than movable eyes, because these, it's so easy to make his eyes look really wonky if you're not careful. Because the eye really doesn't have that great a natural range. So, I mean, you can move them around, but getting them to look decent can be kind of a task, Excuse me. So, just something to note. I think it's cool. I do like it, but I would have preferred, maybe something else. But overall, I think I totally lost my track of mind, but I think these Figma Avengers are getting really well done. They're looking super nice and really well articulated. And I'm sorry, I'm getting over a cold right now, so I'm a little bit absent-minded, and I do apologize. But really nicely done figures, very nicely posable, and just really cool looking on a shelf together. So once again, I want to show off the crew. So we've got Captain America here. I'm going to switch him back to his fist, just because that one I think fits a little better when he's just kind of in a standing pose. And his eyes are a little bit wonky now, as you can see, but they're looking okay. I'll fix those in a little bit. So there we go. Just pull these Figma joints up. And just kind of get this guy in a nice A stance. A for Avengers. Well, we got his midsection lined up here. There we go. And of course, Thor. And of course, Iron Man. So very, very nice addition to the Avengers line from Figma. I'm definitely looking forward to the Hulk and whatever else, whatever other figures they plan on putting out. So really excited by the line overall. I think this is another really great addition. I just am not a fan, like I said, of the new hand system, the new pegs that they've got. I just think the pegs are too short. They just don't fit all that terribly well. I may try pulling it out and flipping it around, see if that helps at all. But it's not terrible, just not my favorite. Hopefully a little nail polish or something on the joint or on the peg will tighten that up. But overall, really cool figure. I do like it a lot. I think it looks great on display. And yeah, so that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching, as always. Be sure to tune in next time when I do Iron Man here. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.